Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something, well, it's a little different. We're going to analyze a single product listing. I mean, just one, for a piece of AV rack mounting hardware.
It sounds almost absurdly specific, doesn't it?
It really does. It's the Aurora RK2-5-K VLX-TC1 and RXC-3 5RU12 rack mounting kit.
That's a mouthful.
A total mouthful. But here's the thing. This one piece of metal, it's listed at $398, by the way, and you can get 10% off with the code 10% off. It tells us so much about professional installation, government procurement, and even global trade.
It's a perfect microcosm, really.
Okay.
So let's start with the physical specs.
Okay.
It says 5RU.
And for those of us not living in a data center, what does 5RU actually mean?
Right. It's 5 rack units. So think about just under 9 inches of vertical space.
Yeah.
But the real key here is density. It's designed to fit 12 separate units.
12 in that small a space.
12 of their specialized VLX-TC1 or RXC-3 units. And what I think is really telling is what else is included. You get 24 rails, sure, but also 6 blank plates.
Blank plates. Okay, that just sounds like filler, like something you'd throw away.
You'd think so, but no, they're absolutely mission critical. In a professional setup, you have thousands of dollars of equipment crammed together. Heat is the enemy. And those blank plates, they're not just to make it look tidy. They block unused gaps to manage airflow. They force the cool air precisely across the components that need it.
So without them, you risk, what, overheating?
Catastrophic system failure, a thermal shutdown. That tiny detail is the difference between a functioning command center and a complete disaster.
Okay, so the hardware itself is built for extreme reliability. That makes sense. But the product title, it has some things you wouldn't expect. It prominently says no tariffs and TAA compliant.
Yeah.
Why would trade policy be more important than, the strength of the steel?
Because for this kind of buyer, it is more important. That TAA status is the gatekeeper.
TAA, that's the Trade Agreements Act, correct?
Yeah, exactly. It means the product was made in the U.S. or a designated friendly country for government agencies or federal contractors. Really anyone using federal funds.
It's a requirement.
It's a non-negotiable, must-have requirement. If a product doesn't have that compliance, it can't even be considered for the bid. It's a deal breaker.
And that, I guess, directly explains the no tariffs call-out.
It connects perfectly. Aurora is basically shouting from the rooftops, hey, not only do we meet the strict sourcing rules, but we offer a more budget-friendly solution. They're removing a potential cost and a major headache right from the start.
Which tells you the buyer isn't just an installer, it's a procurement department. And the ecosystem this simple rack supports is anything but simple.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't for a home stereo. Aurora also offers things like the RXC-1G2 RE-AX control processor, high-end presentation switchers.
Yeah, the source materials mention things like the RE-AX control touch panel and a beamforming Dante mic. We're talking about very serious, high-level equipment.
Exactly. This rack is the literal foundation for command and control systems that manage huge amounts of data and video in real time. That's why the density 12 units in 5RU is so important. Minimal footprint, maximum power.
So when you connect all the dots, it shows that success in this industry isn't about the flashiest screen. It's about the boring infrastructure behind it.
That's it. Subtle details like TAA compliance determine if a project even gets off the ground, and simple things like those blank plates ensure it doesn't all melt.
So what this means for you is that this kind of efficient, compliant, high-density organization is the true backbone of any large-scale, reliable AV deployment.
It's the inevitable layer that just has to work.
Right. So next time you see a generic equipment rack, you can realize the decision to buy it probably involved procurement specialists, international trade rules, and some very careful thermal engineering.
And there's one last thing on that page that's fascinating. It mentions a 25-year global home and this specialized Wolfpack branding. Think about that for a second. A 25-year promise. What does that emphasis on longevity and specific branding suggest about customer loyalty and what this market expects?
They're not just buying a product.
They're not just buying hardware. They're buying a generational commitment to operational support. And that level of loyalty, starting with a simple rack kit, is really quite rare.